Today's tutorial is on Ruth. She is such a sweetheart and she has the biggest laugh around. Here's Ruth.
I'm going to start with our green tea and grapeseed moisturizer. Just a couple pumps of that. Just not a ton on my hands, but I'm also going to do a primer, so that'll be nice for foundation. And that is called Smooth, and so I'm going to do that next. Just a couple drops of that. It's pretty slippery, so it's you don't need a lot. But I'm going to do eyes first. So I'm just going to put a bit of concealer on your eyelids in the shade Light. Sometimes with minerals they need something to stick to, whether it's like moisturizer or some kind of oil on the skin. Otherwise they sometimes just glide off the skin. And then we're going to start with eyeshadow. So I'm going to go with, starting with the shade White Diamond. I'm using loose powder eyeshadows today. So starting with the shade White Diamond, and this one is just, yeah, it's very white and kind of has a bit of a sparkle to it, and it's going to go right under the eyebrow. It's called a highlight color, and it just brightens up the eyes and lifts up the eyebrows. Then I'm going to take the shade Latte and just on the eyelid from the eyelashes till the crease. Next I'm going to take the color Java, and that's a really dark brown. It's got a bit of sparkle in it, but it goes on pretty matte. And just right kind of dotting it on this outer corner. I don't want a lot because it is really dark and you don't wear a lot of makeup. And so I'm just kind of dotting it on this outer corner, and then I'll just like blend it in really, really well. I'll get you to look at me, Ruth. Yeah, I think that's enough actually on that eye. Just a little bit. Just to add dimension and give the eye some shape. That's kind of what the point of a dark shadow on the outer corner is. And just smooth out the edges. You could probably take a little bit of the Latte as well and just kind of blend that in. Then I'm going to take Emma Rose, and it's just kind of a peachy shimmering color, and I'm just going to blend that right between the Java and the Latte, so kind of just get you to close your eyes right where they meet. I just want to dot that on just to give it a bit of a sparkle and just kind of lighten up the color a little bit. Just very pretty. Then I'm going to take brown eyeliner with the pencil. And I'm just going to use this on the upper lash line. I'm not going to take any under the eyelashes, because sometimes that just makes the look a bit too dramatic, and if you don't wear any makeup, it can just be a little bit much. So I'm just going to do it on the top. Mascara, and I'm gonna go with brown as well. I thought that would look really, really nice with the color of your eyes. Just kind of contrast the color of your eyes, and it's not gonna again be as dark and harsh as black. And it is a very dark brown, so it is almost like what you would call black brown. Pressed powders today for foundation in the shade Light. So just kind of swirl it into the powder, and this helps. This is just like a more medium coverage of foundation. It's not a super heavy coverage. It does balance out the skin tone, but it's not going to be like so full coverage that, yeah, you just feel like it's a whole new face. So. do a little bit of the deep pressed powder as kind of a contour and bronzer. We have loose powders that you can use for that too, but I'm just going to kind of tie the look together by keep using pressed powders. So as a bronzer in the forehead area here, and then as a contour powder right under the cheekbones. And then I'm going to do a bit of blush, and I'm going to take Strawberry Field. It's just kind of this like nice light or bright pink, right? And apples. And you don't have to put a lot on because it is a bright color, so you definitely don't need a lot. And for Ruth, I'm not going to do any brow color. I feel like she's got nice full brows and they definitely have enough color to them, so I'm just going to actually just comb them and I'm going to leave them. I'm not going to fill them in at all or anything like that because I feel like that'll just look a little strong for her face. So I'm just going to leave her brows as is because they're gorgeous and they're full enough on their own, so we're going to leave them like that. We're going to do cream concealer under the eyes now. I'm going to take it with a brush like this, just apply it under the eyes. So I basically take the product and I just kind of warm up the product and move it around with the brush, and that way it gets a nice amount on the brush. So I'm going to do some lipstick, and I'm taking the shade Strawberry Cream. So it's actually the same shade as your blush, but in lipstick form. So this is lipstick, and I just put a little bit on the back of my hand here, and I'm just using a gloss wand, but a lipstick brush would work great too. I'll get you to take a look, Ruth, and see what you think.
Nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Very nice.
Awesome. Good. Great.